Hi everybody, so it's been a wee while since we've done a video on YouTube, so I thought I'd come on and I'd say hi to everybody, see how everybody's doing. I am doing the bopping chicken at the minute, that's why I'm moving up and down. And little Miss Gabrielle here has come to say hello too. Say hello, say hiya, 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 yes. So, lately in the group, there's been a lot of discussion about how we've been received in care from the NHS and even private care, really. So, what we're trying to do now, I run Functional Neurological Disorder. It's a group on Facebook. So, what we're trying to do is we're trying to get videos. If you could do like a maybe 5-minute video, or if you would prefer to write a story, if you've had any kind of bad experience with any kind of medical professional or anything like that, then if you can send it in. I have project.fnd@yahoo.com and Jack Kilby's email address. I'll have to put that in the comments because I can't remember it as of yet. He's taken the video, so if anybody would like to do a 5-minute video, up to 5 minutes, what we're planning on doing is we're planning on making like a DVD kind of thing, and then having written stories as well, so that we could take them to Parliament, so that we could show them what F.N.D is like for us. So if it's on a bad day, if you're having any type of symptoms, that's the best time to get it, because then they're seeing it, they're not just listening to what you're saying when you're on a good day. So they're able to see what it's like and understand it. And our aim is to get more professionals to take notice of what F.N.D is, to understand what the condition is. I mean, come on, really. It's functional neurological disorder. It's in the title. It's a neurological disorder. The fact that it has functional at the start of it, I think, is what puts a lot of them off. You know, they think it's a mental health condition, or, you know, everything like this. You know, it's just down to anxiety. If you just get over your anxiety, you'll get better. Yeah, okay, we wish it was that simple. It is so difficult when we get new members coming on to the group and hearing their stories. Gabrielle, I have to keep moving because of you, little lady. Hearing the stories that they're not being believed, that they're not getting the treatment that they need. Now, I know that some places don't have enough funding for certain things. Okay, so that needs to be addressed as well, because why shouldn't there be funding for treatment that they need? You know, then there should be a way to find treatment. Whether that's taking money off of wages of, you know, like the higher bosses, you know, they get so much, and I'm not going to go into huge politics here, right? Because I'm not. But if you think about the money that some get paid, that could be getting used somewhere else. You know, think about it. It could be getting used to help those people. I mean, there's people out there who have spent months in hospital getting the wrong treatment, then getting housed in an inappropriate house when they need a wheelchair at times to go out and things like that, yet their house is up a flight of stairs. So a lot of the time they're stuck in the house because they can't get out, because they need the wheelchair, and there's no way they can get a lift in there, or a stair lift. There's no way they can get, you know, without help, there's no way they can get the wheelchair in and out the house by themselves. You know, how is that appropriate? How is that appropriate accommodation? And then you have members also I'm not just with F.N.D. Like I'm going on, but this is part of what's going on in the group. Or groups. It is appalling, really. Because then you have people who's waiting on a waiting list to get rehoused into an appropriate house suitable for them. To get told that, oh yeah, we have a house. And then they get all excited because, yay, finally, I've got a house that's ready for me. To be told that at the last minute, oh, it's not suitable. Why didn't you just say that in the first place? Why get their hopes up to tear them down again? I mean, some people are waiting years on a waiting list to get a house. And it's not fair. It's not fair. The amount of discrimination that's out there, right, is unbelievable. And we're not going to put up with it. I mean, you wouldn't expect them to treat somebody that's got something like MS or Parkinson's or have a stroke the way that we get treated. Just because our condition has the word functional in it doesn't mean it's not real. It is real. It's the nervous system that doesn't work. So why should we be treated any differently? And not everything is down to F.N.D. either. I mean, if you're, for instance, say you've got a stomach bug, okay, or you can't keep food down, or you've got pain in your kidney area, or or some certain areas and things like that, don't always assume it's F.N.D. and don't always let the doctors tell you, oh, that's just F.N.D. without doing any checks, because you never know, that might be something else. Okay, if you've not been able to eat for a few weeks, that needs to be seen to. If you're not able to handle food, you need to go and see a dietitian or see a specialist about that. If you've been getting pain that's unusual, you need to go and see about that. If you get a new symptom, you have to get it checked. Don't always assume just because you've got F.N.D. that that's what it is. Because it's not. Everybody's different. Yes, somebody might have the same kind of symptoms as you're experiencing, but it doesn't mean that that's what you have. It could be something completely different. So always make sure that if you get a new symptom that you go and you get it checked out, please, because it is very, very important that you get it checked out. Don't just assume that it's F.N.D. related. And yes, you can ask on the groups and things like that and ask for advice and things, but remember that we're not doctors and we're only giving you what we experience, but that doesn't mean that that's the exact thing that you have. So it is important that you go and you get checked. And again, if you do end up going and they're telling you that, oh, it's F.N.D., but you don't believe in yourself that that's what it is, it's in your right as well to ask for a second opinion. And again, these are the kind of stories that we want to hear. We want to show Parliament that, look, more has to be done here. You can't just keep fobbing us off. You can't just keep saying, oh, I don't know what F.N.D. is, so I can't treat you. Or, oh, there's not enough funding for that. So then they're stuck in what? Limbo? What are they supposed to do? They're grasping at straws. They're looking for help. They need support. They need help to get some kind of normal life back, because F.N.D. changes your life completely. Mine changed overnight. Literally changed overnight. And, so I know what it's like to come home and not have a care plan, to be bedbound, seizures constantly, paralysis, speech problems. I mean, my list goes on and on. I mean, I get foreign accent syndrome if I'm around somebody with a strong accent. I end up talking like them, and then I'm like, oh my god, do they think I'm taking the mick out of them? That I'm Scottish. Okay, I've got a Fifer's accent. And my GP's Irish. So he thinks it's hilarious when I go in, he puts on a stronger accent. By the time I leave his office, I'm talking Irish. Or if somebody with a Newcastle accent comes near me and I pick it up, but they've heard me speaking Scottish, and then all of a sudden I'm speaking in a Newcastle accent. Yeah. I've got to be quiet until they can leave. That was a chain journey. I had to be quiet for 2 hours. I had to whisper. And even at that, I was embarrassed. I was like, oh my goodness, they're going to think I'm taking the mick. But I can't help it. It's part of my condition. Again, functional amnesia, there's so many symptoms that come along with F.N.D. Chronic fatigue, chronic pain, fibro, restless leg, dystonia. There's so many stroke-like symptoms. Oh, it's just, there's too many to actually name. There is actually so much, and it is good because we have all these groups and charities coming together and trying to make awareness and trying to make change. And that's what we're here for. That's why we're being voices for those who can't be a voice for themselves. And my group has just reached 5.5 thousand. So proud. That was the first group made up for functional neurological disorder on Facebook. So I'm so proud. Every member in there is amazing. We're one big F.N.D family. The same with other groups as well. We all work together to try and do what's best for anybody that's struggling. It's like you treat someone how you would want to be treated, and that's exactly what we do in the groups. In all of the groups, we try and treat each person as how we would want to be treated. And yeah, there's conflict. There's always conflict in groups. But I think I've kind of rambled on and went off track. So, yeah. What I was getting at is, so we want to try and, we've got the book out, which is, I've done a video about already. We've already got a motion in the Scottish Parliament with the book and things. So now, what we're wanting to do is we want to gather some videos, which I will put the email address to Jack in the comments, or I'll ask Jack if he can do it for me. Otherwise, you can send them to project.fnd@yahoo.com and we'll forward them on to Jack, because he's going to do the video section for us. Well, because we're doing it with him. And we're going to do the written section with Anna Closer as well. So, with them combined together, having the video and the written stories, then it's going to give them more of a visual as to what F.N.D actually is. It's going to show them what people go through. They're going to be able to hear what people's struggles are, how they've been treated when they've been seen by a medical professional. Now, this medical professional may not be a doctor. It could be a paramedic. It could be a nurse. It could be anybody. It could be a carer from a care company. We all have the right, no matter, and this is another thing as well, please, it doesn't matter where you are in the world, because what we're wanting to do also is gather as much information, as much stories from wherever you are, and then try and work with someone in that country to try and help you get awareness across as well, to try and help you make a change. Because, yeah, I'm in the UK, but there's so many stories from like the US and Canada, the Netherlands, you know, that aren't getting the support that they need. So why why should we just be doing it for the UK when we can try and get as much information as possible from all different countries and try and work together with people from those countries, you know, that's got the issues, that can send in the information to whatever part of the government that it needs to be sent into there. So yeah, please, if you're able, and in your own time, just not too long, in your own time, if you're able to either send an email with your story to project.fnd@yahoo.com. So that's project.fnd@yahoo.com. And it's all lowerkey. If you want to do a video, or if you have a video of your symptoms and then you want to just put that in the email and add a little bit about how you've been treated, like if it's of whatever symptom or whatever, if you're on a bad day, and you can send that to us too. At the moment I can't remember Jack's email address. It's Jack, I'm so sorry, I can't remember it. My brain's just went foggy. We'll forward that on to him, and because we're working together, so he's going to do that for us, which is really good. We kind of both had, we've kind of all had the same kind of idea at once, but we had it writing it in your stories in, and then Jack had the idea of doing videos. So we thought, well, why don't we combine the two? Even better. So yeah, please get in touch. Leave a comment. Remember, like and subscribe, please. And yeah, thank you for listening. And I'll try and do another video soon. Sorry, I feel crap, I look crap, but joys F.N.D, and it's the joys of parenthood. So, good night, because it's evening time where I am. But I hope you're having an alright day. Bye.